Perfect. Okay. So, our first speech is by Bob, and he will be presenting a speech called 0% Divorce Rate. This is for the Competent Communication Manual Project 7, which is researching your topic. So he'll be using statistics, testimony, examples, stories or anecdotes, visual aids, and facts to support his speech. That's welcome, Bob.
Thank you. The Family Spouse Bureau Law Group reported that Canada had a divorce rate of 48% last year. The most common reasons for divorce was that people split apart or there were unreasonable behavior between the couples. Last week, Tae-Han Lee gave us a speech on what a marriage that's heading for divorce is heading to. I'm here to warn you that if you don't start maturing up, if you don't start taking your life seriously, then we will end up exactly like Tae-Han's speech. Today, fellow IBM Toastmasters and honor guests, I'm here to help you rebuild your mindset or to improve your mindset on marriage in the hopes of improving your life for you and for your significant other. And to do that, I will provide you 3 powerful insights, supported by relationship experts across the world. 1, always have reasonable expectations for your partner. 2, always try to improve yourself. 3, always try to face challenges together. 1, have reasonable expectations. Does this seem like you? I want my partner to be X. I want my partner to have Y. I want my partner to do Z for me. Yeah, that sounds like a package deal, but here's a question for you. If they had all those traits, why would they be choosing to be with you out of all people? I mean, do you have all those traits? If you don't, that's okay, but are you willing to make up for it? Or are you just going to sit around hoping that your life will happen? Susan Platoon, a Princeton alumnus, wrote in her recent book, Marry Smart, that we should think about what really matters to us. Does this person really need to be Mr. or Miss Universe? I mean, the Coolidge effect settles in very quick. Do they really need to be rich? Most of us can support ourselves financially. And a life of luxury won't necessarily make us happy. You can actually do the opposite. Do they really need to do housework for us all the time? I mean, we can't do that ourselves. If we can fulfill the needs in our life ourselves, why are we demanding that from our partners? Dr. Charles and Elizabeth Schmidt, self-proclaimed America's #1 love and marriage experts, claims that what you probably really want is someone to be your best friend, someone that you want to make them happy, someone that makes you happy, someone whose strength you admire, and someone whose weaknesses you can ignore and accept. But I will leave up to you to decide what those 5 things mean for you. 2, always improve yourself. Dr. Phil McCarr, in his recent blog, 10 Relationship Myths, warns the people of trying to change our partners. It's not going to work. Your partner will remain who they are, and there is very little you can do about it. But that's fine. There's something you can do about yourself. Start breaking the mirror and stereotypes. There's no, oh, only the guy should do this, or, oh, only the girl should do this. You actually want to know what you mean by that when you say that? What you're actually saying is, I don't care about my partner enough to do anything for them. That's what you actually mean. You don't know how to do house chores? Well, why don't you learn for once? You don't have to wait for your partner to do it for you. You always argue poorly. Learn how to argue and communicate better with each other. It's not that hard. You're constantly in debt. Start saving some money or find a better job. Learn a different skill for once. Become fitter. Build a stronger circle of friends. Improve your life somehow for both you and your partner. Don't expect them to do it for you. Just because you're dating or married does not mean that you should just suck around and expect people to wait on you. They're not your servant. You're not their servant. You're a team. 3, partnerships together. Daniel Goleman a world-famous psychologist, wrote in his recent book, Emotional Intelligence, that if we don't support our partners when they're down, they will feel betrayed and hurt by the person they love the most, you. But when they're down and we help them up, they will feel loved and appreciated like they never before. And we can do that by always struggling with them. You don't find them attractive anymore? That's fine. Why don't you go to the gym with them rather than individually? Dinner is not on the table today? Let's go out for dinner or let's cook together. They got fired from a job or they're not doing well at work. Help them network or help them find a new job. Don't let them sort it out themselves. People need help, and you should be there to help them. The list goes on and on. It's not a he problem or a her problem. It's a us problem. The divorce rate in Canada is 48%, and it will only increase if you don't do anything about it. Stop thinking that it won't happen to you. It will. Start thinking about how you should act, how you should think to prevent such a scenario. Decide what really matters to you. Always try to improve your character. And face problems together, never alone. Because most of us think that we want to get married. What we actually want is to be happily married. If you're thinking about getting married as a life's goal, don't think that way. Think about being good at marriage. Because by thinking and acting proactively like this, you can build a better future. A future with 0% divorce rate.
Thank you, Bob, for the wonderful research speech. What you said about people need help and us helping them is tremendously inspirational, and it shows that we're all going through a phase of adolescence to achieve maturity and grow up so that we can achieve a 0% divorce rate. So right now, let's take 1 minute to evaluate. So timer, 30 seconds will be green, 45 seconds will be amber, and 1 minute will be red.